So this child doesn't know that she's in danger. Okay. So you have a high truck and this child is way down here. Do you think that person in that truck can see this child? No, they can't. So that meant for you to run your behind out there and block the truck to make sure it doesn't hit the child. Miss Marsha just had her knee hurt 2 months ago. It still ain't healed. So I got to try to wobble myself out here to make sure, because she ain't making no effort to protect this child. So I'm wobbling myself out here with this hurt knee, Why, then they be quick to say you ain't doing nothing. I did what I was supposed to do. Make sure nobody got hurt. Y'all want to be leaders. Y'all go ahead and be leaders. Y'all trying to fight over leadership. Go ahead. So I had to block this truck with my body that's already hurt, to make sure that this child doesn't get hit, and make sure that somebody can see somebody taller than this child so they can know don't go no further. Now see, that ain't even just common sense. That's that's not even mother sense or teacher sense. That's common sense. Okay, so that's another instance. It was just always something at this particular place. But I'm gonna go back to that. But we're gonna go to the fact that about this state and government and stuff like this. Okay, so you basically sanction me for unemployment, but you sanction me with food stamps on an unemployment for. Okay, so let's get it together, because it's crazy. I can't even get it out right. So you sanction me on a supposed to be TANF case, but it wasn't TANF. So you sanction me on an unemployment case with food stamps for 3 months. That is crazy. That's the craziest thing I ever heard. Then this is month 4. My food stamps were supposed to be reinstated this month. Do you think they did it? I put that application in on the 2nd. I also put it in again in December. I was putting it in every month. I don't care what they say, because they know they was wrong. They lied. The whole time you was just trying to take my TANF benefits. Not my TANF benefits, my unemployment. At that time, I didn't really want the TANF. We done wasted all this time. I wanted them unemployment benefits, what I earned. Okay, so I called, because I put the application in on January the 2nd. I called. I supposed to have the benefits on my card by January the 11th. Today is the 13th. I still don't have no food stamps. I called, I think the day before the 11th. Do you know these people blocked my line? Like, I couldn't even get through. Yes, they did. Professional people that's dealing with kids. One thing that you should not play about is families and children. If that is not your passion or your field, you need to get out of it, because I don't even know how a person has no compassion for a person. I don't care how you feel about me. There's children involved. There's a child involved. So no matter how you feel about me, my child gotta eat. Now, you done made me go to work with this hurt knee, which I did do, because again, like I said, I would have just preferred to just get my unemployment, okay? Because that would have gave me time to continue. I couldn't even continue doing my doctor visits. I couldn't continue doing, I had a whole lot of appointments that I needed to check on me, on my body, because I hadn't had time to, because every time I asked to take off, I couldn't. This injury in my knee happened August 2022. I couldn't get off. I wasn't able to go to the doctor until January 2023. And that's because I decided to go ahead and take care of me. Because no matter what, if you're not here, say something happened to you, God forbid, they gonna still go on with their lives. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna make sure I'm good. And I have asked you, I have tried to abide by your rules, but you just ain't making sense. So, but they still haven't put my food stamps on my card. That's what the state is there for. Okay, I understand that some people might be financially good. I understand that some people might get the jobs that they are certified in and make good money. But since I've been in this state, I haven't. You get what I'm saying? So I understand sometimes you have to work your way back up. I'm cool with that. But don't ever come at somebody that you don't know the whole story. 25 plus years, and I have worked in a lot of fields, baby. I have did children for so long. It's ridiculous for anybody to try to play me and try to do childish stuff and, injuring kids and things like this. It was a time that I was coming from, because the kids are in this particular room until their parents pick them up when it's the end of the day. I was coming down the hallway, and I smelled poop. I smelled it down the hallway. So I know if there's a teacher in the room with them, they smelled it too. As soon as I come through the hallway, I'm like, I smell who pooped. You know, they just sitting there like nothing ain't going on, like they don't smell, like they don't have no nose, nothing. And so I guess it was time of getting close to the teachers to get off, or one particular teacher, and she wanted to go. So she didn't care if you pooped or not, if it was smelling up the whole school. She was ready to go. And it just so happened I was coming down the hallway, and her parent was waiting to pick her up. So the assistant at that time told me to get her, get her ready. So I always do the last diaper change anyway. But baby, I didn't have to smell her. She was smelling down the hallway. It was the child that the mama hadn't already came, and she's waiting. So then you wonder why they gotta wait longer, because you could have been to change this child's diaper. That could have been her final diaper change for that day. So now I have to change her. Now it's so bad. Now we need extra clothes because she done went through her clothes. So now the mother's constantly waiting. And then the thing about it is, as soon as I grabbed this child, the teacher ran out the door because it was time for her to go. The assistant called out to her, no, tell her to come back and change it. You think she did? She didn't. This is the same teacher they promoted as an assistant. Get what I'm saying? It don't matter how much experience you got, how much work you do. If they like you, they'll promote you. So it don't matter. So when somebody come at me and tell me about this and pay wages and this and that, you can earn that. I've always earned mine. But other people, it's about who you like, not how good your job performance is. So I went ahead and changed this child. And then now we need some clothes, so she done did a blowout. She all through the stuff, all through the clothes. So I'm going to make sure she good when she goes to her mama. So I did all that, gave her to her mom. This could have been avoided. Things like that. It was never ending. Threats. What are you threatening? I would constantly come in the hallway when I'm coming out the classroom, and I would hear my name, and I just ignored it. I'm like, why is they constantly talking about me? If you got that much time to talk about Miss Marshall, you are not working. That's why these kids are not getting the teaching they need. It's crazy to me. I remember one time I had went to the front. Again, it's that little classroom where the kids are picked up or whatever. The owner was up there. The owner was on her phone. She told me to help out in the kitchen. See, I was all over the place. In the kitchen to make sure the after schoolers had their food when they got off the bus or whatever. So I'm in the kitchen, and I don't know how. Well, I know how because she was on her phone. The child done made it to the kitchen where I'm at. Now, how in the world you let the child, why was the door open anyway, that the child was able to follow me in the kitchen? You get what I'm saying? They don't pay attention. You have to pay attention with kids, with children. Okay, so then there was this time, I'm the type of person, it was like she was always picking on me. I was trained not to give the children back to their parents when it's time to pick them up and their clothes are messed up. I wouldn't want my child clothes to be messed up when I pick them up. So I used to get fussed at all the time because I'm gonna do my job right. So if they have some food on their clothes, I'm gonna change it. I want you to have your child's like you brought your child in with nothing on their clothes. If that means I'm gonna change them, I'm gonna change them. I'm always changing before it's time for them to pick them up. So if you're telling me the parents outside, okay, I understand the parents outside, but I got to make sure this child hasn't pooped or this child hasn't peed. That's what I'm gonna do before I give this child to their parent. So they would know that on my end, I did what I was supposed to do. She used to get upset. Just why are you changing them? Because you're supposed to. I just don't know. I just don't know. I sat through a lot of threats, lies, just all kind of stuff. I remember I was out, like I told you, there was this parent that nobody liked that had the twins, okay? So they didn't even want to help her take them to the car. She got 2 babies. Come on, whether you like her or not, help her, okay? You know, at that particular time, you know. So I would take her to help her take her kids to the actual car. This particular day, and see, I would always be past 5:30. My schedule was 8 to 5:30, with 8 to 5:30 every day. And if the parents don't come on time, and she was one of the parents that never came on time, maybe once or twice she might have came early, she coming after 5:30. Okay, so I'm saying past 5:30, right? So I'm taking them, helping them put them in the car seats, and here come the owner coming outside, and they still got kids in the building. Now my ride already outside waiting on me. So you outside, why are you leaving these kids in the school by themselves? And then you act a fool if we leave them or have one foot out the door with the kids in the classroom, and you done left out the school. And I was like, the kids are in the school. She told me she didn't care. These were her words. She did not care. So you don't care that you got these kids in the school? What if their parents come up and see you outside trying to follow? If you wanted to take this baby outside, you could have took this baby outside, and I could have stayed in there with the kids. Why are you following me out here? It's like she was always following me. Like, what is you following me for?